Welcome back to Moderating Life, DLG Research 20th Anniversary Podcast. And this is our last episode. I am Edgardo.
And I am Elvia.
And this will be our last episode, like I said. We are amazed that 20 years have gone by of working together.
Yes, and this is pretty much the reason why we created this podcast, just to do something fun, something different, something to celebrate and honor this 20-year-old journey that we are privileged to be doing together.
Yeah.
Yes, it's been an amazing ride. And I still remember, Edgardo, when I was working in Miami, I was very comfortable in a job that I liked with coworkers that I loved. I was living the life in Miami, and Edgardo approached me. And he is the one that had the idea of DLG Research. And I remember that moment when he proposed it to me, and I had my doubts, obviously, because like I said, I was very comfortable and loving the life. I remember that you told me there's nothing to lose.
Absolutely. Yeah.
There's nothing to lose. We're young. We don't have kids. We don't have families to feed.
Not a mortgage, not payments. Let's do it. Now is the time.
Yes. And I remember you even telling me we have the support of our parents if we need to. So it really was a solid start. It was the time to start. And I'm so thankful that we took that leap.
And honestly, I'm also very, very thankful of this jump that we did. The wonderful thing is that we made great friends along the way. We had great bosses, great people around us that became our first clients too. Mm-hmm. So we started at the right time, absolutely at the right time. And just like that, 20 years have gone by.
Yes. And basically, this is the reason why. That is the reason why we wanted to do this. And so what's in the menu for today, Edgardo?
Today, we want to close this in a very natural way, in a very unprepared way.
So excuse the mistakes.
Please do that. With a couple of candid questions. Now, we know what questions we are going to ask. We don't know the answers to these questions. Let me go ahead and get started with that, Elvia. So Let me ask you, what would you be doing now if you were not a moderator?
What would I be doing if I wasn't moderating? Well, maybe I would still be in advertising, working for an ad agency. I'm thinking, because I was doing that, I was happy doing it, and so I see that as the easiest path. Obviously, growing up with you, that I always, before this, one of my dream job, if you want to call it, was being a TV host. Remember? We talked about it.
It was either that or a fashion designer.
Yes. But, I grew up loving Ellen DeGeneres, and I remember being, that is a cool thing to do. That is a cool gig. And I mean, it's funny because in a way, we are not a TV host, but we are a focus group host. And it's kind of on the same line. So, I ended up doing kind of like a version of the dream. But if I wasn't doing this, I would probably be in advertising still. I used to love working in advertising. So probably that. What about you?
Yeah. If I was not a moderator, well, I love cooking. When it was time to decide career paths, I was either going to go to the University of Texas and study advertising or go to Mexico City to the culinary school. This is, again, back in the mid-90s. So being a chef was not like a rock star job like it is now. But it was a path that I really, really consider, and something that I kind of like got to do along life. Not only, not professionally, but, I love cooking. And I took those classes at the Culinary Institute of America, and that makes me really happy. I
mean, sorry to interrupt, but I just want to add that you've been cooking since forever.
Yes.
When we were young, we were 7 and 5 or 9 and 7, who knows? But he would cook dinner for me, and
it's something that I've been doing all my life, and it's something that it comes natural to me. And I love making people feel special, making people feel comfortable. And again, it's kind of like at the focus group. You need to make them feel comfortable, make them feel relaxed so that you can extract all the flavor.
Yes.
Just like when working in the kitchen. Yeah, yeah. So that's my answer. I think that probably I would be in hospitality, or I actually might be behind the fire cooking something.
Yeah, I see you there. Definitely. Definitely. Okay. So
What's the next question?
the next question is a lot of people, and this is a question that we get all the time. How is it working with a family member, right? How is it working with your brother? And a lot of people are actually shocked because they have heard from other people that family relationships get ruined.
Never going to business with a family member.
Yes.
Yeah.
So my question to you is, how is it going working with your sister?
It's going great. To summarize it, it's going great. We always had a special relationship growing up. There's 5 of us. We're the 2 youngest. So we had that special connection. And being kids, I remember we used to play a game while we were watching TV. And it was a great game. You know what I'm talking about?
Of course.
Yeah. We would guess commercials.
Guess the commercial, yes.
We would play who can guess the brand, the faster in the air.
Yep.
And oh man, it was a great game that kept the commercial breaks entertaining. But that was a good indication that later in life, we would be doing this. So it's a lot like playing that game every day.
Oh,
How's it going working with your brother?
well, right now, emotional. Very emotional. But in general, it's been fantastic. Definitely, I'm going to start by, yes, it's something that I know a lot of people cannot do.
Yes,
This cannot be done by any sibling couple. I know that. But it's been working great for us. From every point of view that you think about it. I mean, we support each other. We respect each other. We sometimes are hard on each other because, when someone is whatever, we just kept we keep our best interest always as a priority.
Absolutely. And that's the thing. When we have hard conversations, we always know that is for the betterment of both of us. Because at the end of the day, what matters to me is that you and your family do well.
Yeah, and it's very funny because even though we're both moderators and we do similar jobs, we are very different, and that I think it has helped us a lot. I am more cautious, perhaps.
Oh yes, and I'm more of a risk taker.
Yes, and actually that's why we're here, because you are a risk taker and you took, you share that passion, and I decided to go along the ride. But if it hadn't been for you, I don't think I would have taken the decision to start something by myself. So, it's that balance of the differences between us.
And the other thing is, for example, you're very well organized. You like to plan everything. And so did I, but not to your extent. I mean, you very carefully prepared every project. I feel more comfortable working in white spaces. And that is the balance. When we're preparing proposals together, you try to think of everything. And I'm like, well, no, let's leave a little bit of wiggle room. Let's work a little bit in white spaces.
Yes.
So I think it's a very good work balance.
Yes. And I must say that while we work together, we don't always work together in every project.
Right.
And that also helps because that gives a break from your sibling. He has his clients, I have my clients, and we have shared clients. So I think that also gives space that we need, and we work from home.
Yeah.
So, we talk every day. We consult each other every day.
We're siblings, but also we're kind of like office mates.
Yes,
right?
Exactly.
We have to have water cooler talk, and we have to have chisme.
Yeah.
Office chisme.
Yeah. But if I really had to summarize it in 2 things, it's love and respect.
Yeah.
No matter what we're doing, I respect him in the business and out of the business, and I love him.
Oh, and I
in the
love you.
business and out of the business. You know, that's pretty much the glue that has us together. Yes.
Okay, and before we before
we
more
start talking.
waterworks start falling, let's thank some people
Yes, yes,
along
yes,
the
yes.
way. First and foremost, mom and dad.
Yes, definitely. I mean, whew, um, it's yes, mom and dad definitely have always been there for us. Mom, at least to me, has been always the emotional rock, the one that keeps me grounded, the one that keeps me humble, and that really gave me, and I'm sure all of us, it gave us the entrepreneur spirit, the self confidence, and
Yeah.
this belief in yourself, right?
And I agree with you 100%, but I got a lot of that from dad.
Mm-hmm.
He always started business. He always fearful, like with no fear,
Yeah.
would charge forward and take matters into his hands and make things happen.
Yeah.
And that's something that
Mhm.
witnessing it,
Yep.
it was incredible.
Even the way both really, but you know, in business, talking business, my dad, even mistakes, he took them with grace and light.
Oh
When
my
we made
goodness.
mistakes
Yes.
in our careers or in whatever,
In life,
you know,
yeah.
it was like mistakes happen. Keep on moving, right? Don't stay there and don't, you know, don't get there. Just learn.
And that's something that we learned
Yes.
from that in he didn't do many mistakes though.
No, he didn't.
Very few.
I'm talking about our mistakes. I mean,
okay, yeah.
starting, I mean, I can tell you know, starting with when I was learning to drive, for example, you know, something non-research related, but I was learning to drive, and it was first day, and obviously it was a standard car and not automatic, so it was, you needed to use
Shift, yeah.
yes, you needed to shift gears, and I remember that first day I confused the brake with the clutch. So I was not braking and I needed to brake. And I ended up in a pile of
Dirt?
Yeah, kind of like in a construction site because we
Oh
were
my
out in
God.
the. And, you know, in that moment, I was panicking and he just started laughing. And
Wow.
of
I didn't
course,
know this story.
yeah, no, of course, I was driving the Jeep with it was a Jeep in which we all learned to drive. So it was an old Jeep, the five of us, and I'm the youngest. So it didn't have a scratch with all the gravel hitting it. But anyways, he just laughed and said, okay, let's do it again. And, you know, you learn a lot from that, experiencing confidence and owning your mistakes and moving on.
Besides mom and dad, we need to thank all of our wonderful clients. And we've had clients that come back year after year, and they really have trusted us with very important projects that matter to their success, but also that matter to people. Because clients put their own skin in the game because it's their reputation when they select what research company to go with. And they, year after year, they come back and they select us. So that is something that I cherish and I acknowledge, and I cannot thank them enough.
No, definitely. I mean, for, you know, for those that didn't know us and gave us the chance, thank you. For those that knew us, gave us a chance and continue giving us a chance. I mean, thank you. It obviously we wouldn't be in this without them.
And finally, our partners, you
Yes,
know,
partners.
recruiting companies, facilities, translators.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my God, so many wonderful people that make us look good.
Of course, because I mean, the job that we do really is not only that, it needs to be reflected in several ways. So yeah, thank you to all the partners that do fabulous recruiting, the translator, impeccable, that actually translate what is going on. And last but not least, let's thank our wonderful families.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course. Absolutely.
Personally, I want to thank my lovely husband, Fernando, for always being there for... Oh, híjole, he's not even here. But anyways, for believing in me, for being feminist, for loving me even when I am busy with work and I am perhaps not in the best mood, for busy schedules, for trips, thank you for my kids too. I mean, I work from home, and so they know that mom's office is the home, and that working for yourself has no schedule. It's not a 9 to 5 job. Sometimes we
Long
have
hours, yeah.
long hours. So thank you to them for their patience
Mm.
and their love.
One quick story about Fernando that you told me. You went to an award ceremony where like a local furniture store lady was getting an award, a recognition for a business owner. And he told you, you're going to be receiving that award one day.
Yeah. So
That's believing. I mean, he really believed from the beginning, and he's a great guy. He's a great guy.
Yes, no, definitely. He keeps on pushing me and giving me ideas of what I should do, and I mean, it's supportive all the way through.
Yeah. And same thing for Casey. Wonderful.
Yeah,
Wonderful. In every way. She's so cool, calm, and collected, even when the projects are stressful and there's a lot at stake. She always takes it with a smile. Oh, she's also pretty high caliber in a stressful job herself. But when I need that breath of air and that calm and always a smile, I go to her. So thank you, baby.
Yes, and it's so funny because in that way, I think both of our partners, they are more
ground
calm.
us, yeah.
We are the crazy ones,
yeah.
and they are the ones that makes us stop and take a deep breath. So yeah, thank you to all of them, and thank you for, if you're still listening, thank you for witnessing this unscripted last episode. Thank you for everything, and thank you, Brody. It's been a pleasure. And
It
cheers.
is a pleasure.
Cheers to the many more.
Cheers.
Many more for the
Thank
next
you
20.
very much for giving us a little bit of time. And hey, if you want to hear more moderating stories, let us know. We'll try to record some more. But thank you, and here's to the next 20.
We'll have them ready for the year 30, maybe.
Yes. Cheers.
Cheers.